Let's
Yes.
say hi.
Come on.
Looks like that odd ox made it through the shadows.
Karlak! I thought you'd be in the city by now. We were ambushed by cultists. Half of us were captured, the other half ran here.
Off the anvil into the forge. We'll find them. Hopefully.
Before you run off into the belly of the beast, there's something I need to tell you. Well, two things. Good news and bad news.
What do you want to hear first, Karlak?
The good news, obviously.
I only need one more piece of infernal iron to craft an insulating chamber that can make it possible for Karlak to...
Touch people.
Exactly!
Whee!
Oh my God. It's really happening. It's been so long. We've got the iron. Let's do this thing.
Hang on! I think you'll want to hear the bad news too.
Oh?
Yeah, sure. But first, fix me. Please.
Go on. Get on the iron. Let's make this happen.
Well, all right. This shouldn't take long. Same as last time. You'll need to install it yourself. This should do the trick.
No.
There. So did it work?
Only one way to find out.
I heard a hug. Come here, pig.
Thank you. I can't believe it. Thank you, Damon. Thank you so much.
It's the least I could do. Before you go, there's something I need to tell you. That engine of yours, it's contained for the moment, but it's just too hot to exist here in the material plane indefinitely. I know you know that, but the thing is, there's a cure. I wasn't making any headway with the mechanics, none at all. The environment here is just too cold to sustain metals like the ones inside you. You have to return to Avernus. For good. Or this thing is going to burn you up from the inside out. And sooner than you think.
The minute I set foot back in Avernus, Zarya will force me back into service. I'm not doing her bidding again. I'd rather die.
I get that, but don't rule it out. The world just might be better with you in it. Even in Avernus.
No.
I won't stop trying to figure out a cure. But at this point, I think we all have to face the inevitable.
We'll have to make the inevitable blah, blah, blah. We'll have to make the inevitable inevitable then.
You read my mind. Thanks, Damon. Really. You've given me more than I could ever repay.
It's been my pleasure. Good luck, both of you. Look after yourself, all right?
Oh. Karlak? Karlak.
This is the best day. The best day.
I'm so happy for you, Karlak.
I'm so happy for me too. Now I just need to find someone to cuddle up to tonight, and I'll be the happiest woman on the Sword Coast.
Anyone in mind?
I'm not sure. Depends who's got me in mind. Withers was giving me the old eye the other night. Then again, maybe it was just an old eye.
What about what Gemma said about your engine? We need to get you back to Avernus, or it's going to blow.
Listen, I'm never going back. If you said I could die right now or live 1,000 years in the hells, I'd choose to go out now with my freedom intact. I don't expect anyone to understand that. But I've been dealt a hand most people don't have to contemplate playing.
But I want you to leave.
I want to live too, but not under any circumstances. I have the power to choose now. And I'm going to make that choice. Myself. But I don't want to talk about this now. I've been given a huge gift. I can touch the people I love for the first time in a decade. And for the first time in a decade, there are people I care about all around me. Let me enjoy that. Please.
Alright, Carla, right. I'll leave it alone. For now.
Thanks, soldier. I just want to celebrate this. At least for a little.
That one.
Glad you and Karlak are all right. Well, as all right as any of us.
A makeshift harper's fire might not be where I hope to set up shop. But maybe I've got something you can use anyway. And if you find any interesting materials in need of working, I'm happy to help.
Interesting materials? What do you mean?
I hesitated to mention this back in the Druid's Grove, for obvious reasons. But no one has earned my trust, if not you. When
Would you look at that?
Elturel was dragged into Avernus, I was drafted into a devil's smithy. It should have been awful. But infernal metal is like a wild horse. Powerful, exuberant. It'll kill you if you lack technique. I could sense some. Smell it almost. Somewhere in the area. Underground, maybe. Out there in the shadows. If you find it, bring it to me. I'll make something incredible.
I found this metal in a place called Green Fort. Do you make a fit?
Absolutely. Rare to get your hands on this stuff. Well done keeping it to hand.
¿Le pasé el adamantio? No le pasé el adamantio, ¿cierto?
There you are. And be careful who you show that to. It might draw the wrong kind of attention.
¡Woohoo! La Hell Discovery. Una de mis favoritas.
Need anything?
I found this metal in a place called Green Fort. What do you make of it?
It's perfect. Really. Just a moment. I'll be able to work this one quickly.
No sé cuál metal le estoy pasando.
There you are. And be careful who you show that to. It might draw the wrong kind of attention.
This helmet, okay.
Need anything?
Okay, I found this metal in a place called Green. What do you make of it? De verdad que no sé cuál
Oh,
metal le
well.
estoy pasando.
I knew I smelled something. and I know just what to do with him. One moment.
Porque lo único que encontré fue los trozos de adamantín, que eran como más chiquitos.
There you are. And be careful who you show that to. It might draw the wrong kind of attention.
Sí. Next.
Need anything?
See, I found some hellish musk. Can you make anything of this?
Using something that's already fabricated is tough, but I can try.
How many do you have?
I've got three musk. No sé qué la última. Actually, I hang on of them for the moment.
Fair enough. They might have use, they are. If you want me to have another look, you know where to find me.
Me falta sacar una entonces.
Need anything?
Let's see what you have.
I'll be here if you need anything else.
Ok, gracias. En realidad como que Damon como que no tiene mucho. Pero la tía de acá,
Or steal.
la tía...
Stock up while you can. I only hope I've brought enough to see us through.
Let's see your wares.
Take care now.
Sweet. Let's go, bitches.
I don't. That's why we're still standing around.
Oh, cierto. A ver. Shadowheart. Necesitamos hacer un cambio en el equipo. Will?
How beautiful it must be to know you can hold a hand, caress a cheek after going so long without. We'll get Karlak fixed up, right? There's always a way. There has to be.
I like
Sorry,
it. Join me.
but there's no room for me.
Take Shadowheart's place.
I like how you think.
Voy a preguntarle así como a los otros también. ¿Qué piensan de que Karlak ahora pueda topar gente?
Poor Karlak. She can finally seek out the touch of another, only to be told she might not have much time left.
Oh.
So, the untouchable Karlak is untouchable no more. I'd shake her hand, but she can still snap me in two, so probably safest to skip it.
Listen.
If death is soon to take Karlak, she should make every moment as rich as the last. Fight viciously, roar loudly, step boldly. She must make herself known.
Oh. Ok, ahora sí. Oh.
You're likely to become some dagger's new sheath.
Ain't my neck of the woods.
Not, Mum.
Whoop.
Don't wander far. We need to talk.
Se no.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Oh. Rafael. Otro momento más para ignorarlo.
Welcome to our humble... Wait, are you Karlak? A lot of us were in Avernus. We saw you fighting. You were so good.
Well, yeah. I guess I was. I mean, you should avoid fighting for devils if you can. But if you can't, it helps to have a good right hook.
I saw you lay out a Moor demon in 2 hits. Bam! Bam! We were all like, whoa!
Ever heard of the Blade of Frontiers, kid? If you like monster smashing, you might be a fan of his work.
Who's that?
A lovely chap. Didn't kick ass in the Blood War, but that's neither here nor there.
That's true. But he never got kidnapped by a devil either.
Huh?
Sorry, kid. Look, forget about us begrudges and bruisers. From the look of things, you've got your wits about you. A clever mind and a bit of style will take you a long way. Fight with those, and you may find you never need to use your fists at all.
In that case, want to buy a lucky ring I found?
Ah! Nice try, Shorty. Keep it up, though, and you'll be scamming with the greats in no time.
It really looks up to you. That's nice to see.
It is, isn't it? Hope he makes it out of this mess with his wits in one piece. I'd like to see him set up in a proper home in the city. Every kid deserves that.
Check it out! We've gone legitimate, and Mole put me in charge. What do you need?
Here's the first adult face I've seen in a good while.
I'm alive, ain't I? What's not to like?
Let me see what you have.
Pleasure doing business with you. Premium trinkets and doodahs.
Just do your best, all right?
Okay.
He may know a way through the curse.
Don't even know if he'll ever recover.
But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is dead.
So the plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Far from it. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Any help from Jaheira?
She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
But she doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives or dies. I wouldn't go that far. But her focus is on stopping the cult, and I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone to achieve that. Jailar's doing her best. He shows no signs of waking.
We can wait.
But Baldur's Gate can't.
If you have an alternative in mind, please do propose it. Patience. He may know a way through the curse.
Don't even know if he'll ever recover.
But we do know that anyone who goes...
He still won't speak. Just keeps going with the bloody song.
Nothing of use on his person.
His original writ of duty, signed by Eltan himself. Fella must be one of the very first Flaming Fist.
He must know something. Let's not give up on him yet.
Floric.
Hells. I know that voice. Will? In Timora's name, what happened to you?
The Hells have had their vengeance, and I doubt they are done with me.
Ye gods. Fate has no shortage of troubles to burden us with. We believe the cultists have taken your father to Moonrise Towers. I don't suppose you found a way in?
Are the Flaming Fist just going to stand around here?
I trust you will do everything you can to free the Duke. But in case you don't find a way, I'll be heading to Baldur's Gate to seek reinforcements. The Council sent a carrier pigeon with news that the city has been dealing with absolutist attacks. The Steel Watch is holding strong. I'll request that Lord Gortash send some of them to aid in the fight against Moonrise. The curse won't harm them.
Holy shit. That's my old boss. The guy who sold me to Zariel.
Gortash, as in Enver Gortash. Last I knew, he was a minor player in city affairs.
A lot's changed since you left Baldur's Gate, Will. Gortash has gained considerable influence since then.
Gortash. That name is sickeningly familiar.
Lord Gortash is the man responsible for the creation of the Steel Watch. It's no wonder he earned the title. The Steel Watch are the future of warfare. Gondian automatons that can be sent into battle without risking any lives, except those of our enemies. Lord Gortash had only completed work on the prototypes before Ravengard and I left for Elturel, but even they were formidable. With the Steel Watch at our backs, we can storm the tower whatever Ketheric throws at us, I'm sure of it. I'll do my best, but there's every chance I'll fall to the curse or the cult before I reach the city. Don't count on me and assume no aid is coming. Work with Jaheira. That Harper's mind is as sharp as her blade. Follow her guidance. Farewell. We'll meet again, God's willing.
See what we see.
The fuck?
Just what we please. Together, we.
Flame Color. That's your name, isn't it? Art Color? I'm Fistula.
Nathaniel and me are climbing up a tree.
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken, a Grand Duke. You might know something that could help us bring him back. We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long. Don't know how he made it, or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
That name he mentioned, Daniel, who is that?
No idea, I'm afraid. Whoever it is must be someone important to him. He's been saying the same thing over and over, ever since we found him.
Can he hear you?
You hear me, don't you, sir? You might not be able to answer, but you hear me.
Let me have a look at him.
Oh, if you know how to get through to him, don't hesitate.
Medicine. Try to commune with the man's soul. Oh, good.
The tether connecting this man to his soul is stretched taut. You follow it, wading through inky shadows, his soul wandering in a dark space. He isn't just lost, but he has lost an object, something dear to him. The vision fades. Without a reminder of who he is, of what he held dear, his mind will remain lost to the darkness.
Investigation. Closer here, there may be something you missed.
His fingertips sport calluses and toughened skin, as if from manual labor, or playing a stringed instrument, perhaps.
Did you already check for personal effects?
This was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now, but he held on to it for 100 years anyway.
Flame Kula. Do you know where you are?
If he does, he isn't sane.
Fine.
What's that in your pocket, sir? So Gortash is a lord now. I'd like to clap eyes on this steel watch of his. You already know the story. I was Gortash's bodyguard, loyal as they come, when he made the deal with Zariel. She got a test subject for her infernal engine. I never found out what he got. This is the kind of man who gets a title. Authority. Makes me sick.
Me too. I like that has no place in power. We'll make him answer for what he did to you as soon as we get to the city.
The city. Baldur's Gate. Home. I can almost taste it, you know. Not even Gortash can spoil that.
Okay. Otro momento más para ignorar este coche de su madre.
Please, be welcome. Have a drink.
Oh, my gods!
To your very good health.
Smell the wine first. You'll have to pardon my friend Carla. She's very excited to meet you.
Yeah. I mean, it's an honor, milady.
I will gladly drink to your health as well, Garlac.
Smell the wine first.
You perceive a faint hint of cloth grass, a herb that is said to elicit the truth. Jaheira smiles at you knowingly.
It doesn't spoil the taste, if that's what you're wondering.
No, but it spoils my trust.
Indulge me.
This is pointless. Anders just committed a grievous sin, having a threat to you.
A noble proclamation. It must have made you quite thirsty.
Decline the drink.
You don't know what you're missing. Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it?
I see now why you spiked the vine.
Just answer the question.
It's trying to change me, to win me over. I'm resisting the temptation.
And you're certain you will continue to resist?
We'll see.
Look around you. Good men, good women. Stranded here, 2 feet in the grave. If we're to survive, I have no choice but to trust you. Can I?
What happened to me being the godsend you've been praying for?
That was a public display of hope, despite private reservations. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city.
Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago.
If she's back, perhaps you should have hit him harder at the first place.
Believe me, he was well and truly dead. I locked his corpse in the Thorn Mausoleum myself. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Ketheric Thorn live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. It looked hopeless, but experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope. You are that hope.
So rare people look at me and see hope.
The light is rather dim out here in the Shadowlands. The point remains. Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Ketheric is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight.
You want to make use of my infection. Want to be cured of it? Solid plan. Except it puts me right in the line of fire.
You're the only one who can get inside the towers. You were born for this mission. Or made for it, rather. Besides, you need this. You need to heal yourself of your infection. Any cure starts with understanding the disease. Whatever magic Ketheric's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at Moonrise. Until then, we keep drinking wine when we meet. Before you go, there's somebody else you should meet. You're not our only secret weapon. Isabel, a faithful cleric of Selûne, and a light in the darkness. She cast the moon shield around the inn. It's the only reason we're still alive. She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
No tenemos ya una lantern.
Propaganda at the finest stuff.
Whee!
Oh, you're all right. Thank goodness. I was worried they'd got you too.
You think if your shadows could beat me?
Wait. No one's told you. We were ambushed out in the darkness. By cultists. We surrendered. But that wasn't enough for them. They lined us up like dogs. Asherak was with the kids, telling them it was going to be all right. Maybe that's why they picked him. Told him to kneel. They took his eyes first. Then his tongue.
Oh. How did you survive?
Roland, of all people,
Roland?
saved us. He said he stayed in the grove because of you. And I'm damn glad of it. Without him, well, none of us would be here.
What did the cultists do to the others?
I don't know. It just happened so quickly. How do you do it? How do you keep going?
I'll let you know when I figure it out.
We're in the same boat then. That's somewhat of a comfort. You've done so much for us already. But I have to ask. The others might still be out there. If they're not dead, they're in Moonrise. And gods have mercy on anyone in that hell's pit.
I do everything in my power to save them. Jag har mamma sa, men kvar. I cannot have. I thought already was to conquer. My friends have the right words. I'm sure they will find. Yeah. We're the hero here.
Thank you. If anyone can manage it, you can. Just be careful up there, all right? I can't handle anyone else dying.
Anyone keeping an eye on those children from El Dorado?
Right here.
Maybe not, Mom.
Es tan linda. La amo tanto.
Thought you'd be 10 yards tall the way Zevlor spoke of you. Ceres, Scout. Seems we missed one another at the Grove, but the others told me how you helped us. A pity. You pulled them from one death trap, only for me to land them in this one.
I heard you were ambushed by the gold. So brutal. Don't see Zevlor. Don't tell me he's missing as well.
Aye, and more than half the others with him.
We were ambushed, out in the cursed lands. Cultists of this absolute. Zevlor froze, begged us to surrender. But they were toying with us, making examples. And we'd had enough of taking it. Those of us who cut free just kept running till we found this place. The others... maybe the cult got them. Maybe the curse.
What are you doing out here to begin with? We're bound for Baldur's Gate.
This army of the Absolute is growing and flowing towards Moonrise. There's worse than goblins on the roads now. I thought we might pass unnoticed along the fringes of this place, escape the owlbear by hiding in its shadow, so to speak. You can see exactly how well that went.
Still, you're here. Better than being a prisoner of the Absolute.
Prison's the best I can hope for the ones we left behind. Zevlor seemed to think the cult wanted us alive. I almost hope he never found out why.
Rollin? Who are you? Nah.
There's another bottle of Arabellan Dry back there. Put it on the bar, then piss off and leave me alone.
Jaheira said we should serve drinks, but that we shouldn't serve drunks.
Jaheira didn't save your ragged little tail from the cultists. I did.
Kid's right. Need to lay off the liquor.
It's you. Don't you get tired of telling people how to live their lives? If you're here to save the day again, you're a little late this time.
Elvira said you risk everything to save her and the kids.
I tried. Maybe she'll write a ballad about me. She can leave out the part where my brother and sister were dragged away screaming while I was saving the orphans. If you hadn't filled their heads with all that self-righteous heroic crap at the Grove, none of this would have happened.
Do you know where they are?
Dead for all I know. Or in the cult's tower with the others who were taken.
Sorry.
Sorry won't bring them back. You go save the world. Or your own arse. Or whatever it is you do. I'll fix this.
Fine.
Good. We'll leave soon. And we don't want any surprises.
Last night's best bargains, right here!
Patrols report more activity among the cultists, Mum.
Preparing to march, I wager.
Cool.
Seems that way.
Ah, you found your way. Good.
What are you doing here?
I thought I'd scout ahead, check for any nasty surprises, of which I found a great deal.
And what did you find?
Shades, death, harpers, flaming fist, and this, of course, and the makings of an alchemist's workbench. Ingredients, too.
Would you look at
There's a
that?
recipe I'm trying to replicate. Something that might help you. That is, if you're still going to help Wulbren and the others.
Depends. What did you say you were making?
A new type of smoke powder. All the bang and boom of the original, but with an extra surprise. I call it the Brilliant Retort. You'll need it if you're going to survive this cursed place. You'll need it if you're going to get into Moonrise Towers and help the Deep Gnomes taken prisoner there. You'll need it if you're going to save Wulbren.
I thought that was your mission.
Let's call a thing a thing. A deep gnome won't get far into the Absolute's orgy of evil. We already learned that in the Underdark with those sadistic Dwergar, didn't we? It's doubly true in this place. You, on the other hand, have proven resourceful in such infiltrations. I'll do my part according to my talents. And you, I hope, will do yours. The Brilliant Retort will aid you. Thus, I will make it.
I'll keep an eye for your friends, but no promises.
I seek not promises, my friend, but deeds worthy of your prodigious talents. Now, you, off to your heroism, as it were. Some of us are counting on you.
Why?
Hiss! I say hiss!
Easy, Giddy. I mean you no harm.
And yet you harm me by your very presence. This is my territory, and you're in it.
My intentions are pure. I only want to admire you up close.
I'll allow it.
Quite the specimen you are. How did you come to this place?
I slinked, of course.
You seem like someone who knows what he's about. Heard anything interesting around here?
Good of you to notice. For my part, I have noticed the cleric is a liar. She promised me a bit of milk. Do you see any milk, do you? Nor do I. Disgraceful.
Quietly admire the cat.
You've had enough. Now go. Quickly. Hiss.
His Majesty. Okay. Quick save. Okej.
Last night's best bargains, right?
Por Shadow Heart primero. Ya vamos a necesitar en esto siguiente pasado.
May the darkness protect you.
Githric Thorm, what do you think of him?
Difficult to say. A fellow servant of the Night Singer would surely be an ally to me under most circumstances. But something doesn't add up. I'll need to see where his allegiances truly lie.
Okay, join me.
I'd join you, but things are looking a tad crowded. You'll need to make room for me.
We can trade places with Will.
Wonderful. I was beginning to feel a little left out.
Okay.
I'll feel that one later.
¿Qué cosa necesita? Ah, ya me acordé que iba a hacer.
Trust you with my life. And give it time. We will see victory yet.
Sé que la otra armadura, la que le robamos a Rafael es mucho mejor, pero esta me gusta mucho más. ¿Qué es, Tarion? Primero.
My faith protect.
Vamos a ver si esto sirve.
Preparing to march, I wager.
Okay, here we go.
Yes.
Your move.
You trapped me? I didn't even want to take this one.
Kalimshan rules, dear. The first piece touched is the first piece moved.
That's garbage. No matter where the night goes, I'm gonna lose it.
Then make the sacrifice useful. Guard your Mistra, or come for my Cyric.
What's going on here?
Look who made it. For once, I saved your butt out there, didn't I? We're square now, Chief. Say, do you play lance ball by any chance? It's my first time playing.
The keen gleam in Moll's eyes reveals the lie. She knows the game well, and she wants to win.
Slate of hat accidentally just a little sweat. I did. Wow.
How's that for Kalimshan rules?
Brava. Lovely work. I see I was right to make you the offer I did. You will consider it, won't you? What a lovely specimen she is. A blushing apple begging to be plucked.
Please let me smack this creep.
She cheated, of course, but that's half her charm.
Just bugger off back to hell, would you?
Hell is wherever I take it. I just call it hope, remember? But don't you worry about Moll. It goes without saying she still has the unconditional freedom to choose the only option she has left. Now, let's talk about you. I sense there's something you want to ask me.
I do. I have a proposal for you.
A proposal? If you're hoping to taste my blood, little vampling, think again. It burns hotter than wyvern whiskey.
This is serious business. Devil. Well, a long time ago, someone carved infernal runes into my back. They're a fragment of a contract. I'd like to know what the full contract says.
Oh. I don't think he knows.
Really? It's something very important to your master, but is it a love letter, a warning, or a deed of ownership? I could give you all the gory details. But of course, you'll have to do something for me first. Let me think about it and get back to you.
You'll get back to me? This is important, Devil. When?
Don't worry, I'm motivated to help you. Scars often tell such wonderful stories. I think yours might be truly exquisite. I'll see you soon.
A stadium? Don't.
I suppose you want to hear about Cazador.
Actually, no, but okay. You don't have to tell me anything you don't want to.
I don't want to say a damned thing, but that won't do anyone any good. Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate, the patriarch of his coven, and a monster obsessed with power. Not political power or military power, I mean power over people. The power to control them completely. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor.
Tormentor? What did he do?
He had me go out into Baldur's Gate to fetch him the most beautiful souls I could find. It was a fun little ritual of his. I'd bring them back, and he'd ask if I wanted to dine with him. And if I said yes, he'd serve me a dead, putrid rat. Of course, if I said no, he'd have me flayed. Hard to say which was worse.
You're free now. Enjoy that freedom.
I will. But I won't take it for granted. The Mind Flayers aren't the only monsters out there. They're not even the only ones hunting us. All I'm asking is that you keep your eyes open and watch out for anything lurking in the shadows.
You keep me safe and I'll do the same.
What more could I ask? Now, is that all?
Sí, pensé que iba a decir algo sobre que acabamos de encontrarnos con un demonio. Pero ok. Vamos a hablar con Moll.
Nice strategy back there. If we put our heads together, I bet you and me can make a tidy stack of coin in Baldur's Gate. But Raphael's offered me a partnership already, and it seems like a sweeter deal than throwing my lot in with you.
No, kid. No.
To keep you near. Possible to still make a plan. Wow. Oh, las últimas tres son buenas. You need to believe in yourself, Mom. Not the empty promises of folk on a monster.
Zevlor had belief. Didn't get him anywhere good. Besides, Raphael wasn't promising anything stupid. Protection for me and my kids, that's all.
Her smile is broad, her eyes twinkling, her face the very picture of innocence. She's clearly lying.
But I haven't accepted nothing yet. Sounds like you're in deeper than I am.
I haven't made a deal. This is trying to tempt me.
Looked like he was doing a pretty good job. If I had to deal with gods and worms in my head, I'd make a deal with anyone. Look, you saved us. Not knocking that. But after you left, Zevlor lost his nerve. Gave up the fight. I won't. Now there's no grove, no coin, no one taking us to the city. I'm not letting my crew get eaten by shadows. Maybe I'll make a deal, maybe I won't. But it'll be my choice, not the devil's, and not yours.
Oh. Karlach?
One of the worst things about getting old. Watching kids make the same exact mistakes you made. And knowing there's absolutely nothing you can say to change their mind. Then again, Mol's a hell of a lot smarter than I was at that age. Maybe she'll figure it out.
Maybe. Maybe not. Either way, she can look after herself.
Hope you're right. I'll keep an eye on her anyway. Doesn't hurt to have a beefy auntie on your side, right?
Oh, no, but I mean, of course.
Last night's best bargains right here.
Okay.